And back home in Imo State, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and security operatives say they are ready for the exercise on Saturday. Channel's television's crew went to some parts of the state to assess the level of preparedness.
They should play by the rules. They should mobilize their supporters to come out to vote. And they should stop making comments that will hit up the system and the polity. We need peace in this state to be able to conduct credible election. Without peace, we as INEC cannot do anything.
We are deploying over 25,000 personnel. Precisely is 25,565 personnel. We have 33 units of police mobile force on ground. That's a very strong presence.
And now standing by to bring us up to speed on the level of preparations for tomorrow's polls in Imo State is our correspondent in Imo, Tokwe Kute. Hello, Tokwe. First, let's start with you giving us an overview of, the number of local governments, the number of voters, registered voters, and of course, the number of polling units in Imo State.
The Imo State capital, and as you can see behind me, that is the entrance of the INEC office, and it's beehive of activities here. You could see security operatives, INEC officials have been going in and out, trying to sort one or two things out. And on my right hand here, we could see the members of the National Union of Road Transport Workers trying to take electoral officers and collation officers to their different local governments. And like you asked me, we have 27 local government areas in Imo State, and these drivers here are planning to take these electoral officers to the different local government for the conduct of today's election. We've gone around the state this morning, and it's been rushed for last-minute shopping by people, because people need to go to their different communities to vote. We have about, according to INEC, we have about 2.4 million registered voters, but out of it, 2.3 are the ones that are eligible to vote in this Saturday's election. But joining me right now on this show is George Anwai. He's from TAF Africa. He's an observer, an accredited observer. He's going to be telling us more about what he has observed in the last 24 hours since he came to Imo State. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So you've been here since yesterday, and so can you just tell us what you've been able to observe since you came yesterday?
Okay, we came in yesterday night, and since then everything has been peaceful. People going about their normal businesses, and of course coming out this morning. Of course, we see presence of security agents, across, but everything has been normal. People are moving about their businesses, getting ready for the elections. Of course, as you can see, collection officers and other INEC ad staff getting ready to move their materials to their various polling units and local government areas.
Do you envisage any hiccup from INEC or security in this election?
Okay, so far from what we see, and of course the promises we've gotten from the INEC and the security agents themselves, they are doing their best, and they are on top of the situation to ensure that there is credible elections in Imo State. Of course, so we believe them, and so far we have no reason to doubt the capacity of INEC to handle these elections, and of course even the security agents. And especially being a disability inclusive organization, we are concerned about security. That's one area we are really looking at, because if elections, we don't have security, we don't have peaceful conduct of elections, that will discourage the participation of persons with disabilities. And of course, if there is a security breach anywhere, persons with disabilities are the worst affected by that kind of incident. So, of course, we are really concerned. We are also, working to observe that, yes, indeed, what INEC has promised, is able to deliver that, and that is actually aspect of our observation, because we are observing the distribution of assistive devices for persons with disabilities, and we are also observing the security situation, across the states to see that yes, what the security agents promised, and of course what INEC have promised, that they are able to deliver on that, and all of us will be happy that we have credible and peaceful elections in Imo State.
Yeah, talking about people living with disabilities, have you taken up INEC on this issue, how these people will exercise their franchise tomorrow? What are the modalities you think INEC have put in place for this?
All right, so for INEC has been our partner since we started observing elections. We have collaborated with INEC to sensitize persons with disabilities, because they must be aware of their rights. Even if there is provision for them, if they are not aware, they will not be able to participate. So we have conducted voters education campaign for persons with disabilities start able to vote, across the 3 states of Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State. And we're here in Imo last week to conduct voter education campaign in collaboration with INEC. INEC was there to also sensitize persons with disabilities on their rights and the provisions made for them. For example, for the visually impaired, there is provision for Braille ballot guide, which will enable their participation. And then for the deaf, we have large font graphic posters for them to read election instructions. And then, of course, for persons with albinism, we have magnifying glasses, which INEC is deploying and distributing across affected polling units where persons with disabilities will be voting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We hope to see you and also be around for this.
All right, thank you very much.
So that's George, our wife from TAF Africa. Now, the police says they're deploying 25,500 men for this election. The army have given the award. The NSCDC has also given the award. And INEC is also promising to give a free, fair, and credible elections. And as you know, political parties have ended their campaigns, and by tomorrow, eligible voters will go to the polls to vote the candidate of their choice. So we'll still keep you up to speed with everything that happens here in Imo State about this election, and just be rest assured that we won't leave any stone unturned to feed you all things happening about this election in Imo State. It's back to you in Lagos, Bukola. Thank you.
Indeed, you talk where firm reassurances there from the official of TAF Africa, and we hope that the sensitive and non-sensitive materials are moved seamlessly to their different locations ahead of tomorrow's election. Our correspondent there, Eyitokwe Kutei, bringing us up to speed with the level of preparations for tomorrow's off-cycle election in Imo State, the governorship election to be precise.